G'day mates, welcome back here on DirtByte. Today we're going to pick up some bales and we're going to look at the castle, what we can need to do for that. So grab your boots and your keyboard and let's dig in. First things first is I've just been down to the shop, returned the windrower, and we've got the auto stacker, round bale auto stacker. So I want to clear the hay bales first and bring them down to the yard, and then we'll clear out the straw bales. I think we still have half a field to bale, so we'll do that baling as well. And then we're going to head over to the castle and see what they need to start with the reconstruction project. I'm assuming the first thing is going to be like beams and planks or some sort of timber product. That's usually the case, but I'm not sure. So we're going to do that. That's going to be our main focus today. We just have to do these couple of finalizing tasks that we've started recently. That bale will be too small to go on. That's the small one of the small ones we did. So there's not a huge amount of bales to pick up in this field. And then we've obviously got the baling to do of the straw field, and there's probably more bales down there we've got to pick up. I really like the auto stacking bale trailers like this one. Now, I don't mind using the front end loader, but this is just so much quicker and easier. You just literally drive up, it picks up, and it's loaded on for you like that. And this can actually hold quite a few bales. I think you can get up to 24 possibly, 24 or thereabouts, which is quite a bit. It's quite a lot of literage. So we'll just have these three to go, and then there's three small ones which we'll have to get at another time. We still pick them up with this loader, with this trailer, but yeah, not with. We've already got the 180 centimeter bales on. All right, easy. Go back into transport mode and head back down. When it comes to cutting trees, we've got quite a few trees that we've already given, like this off to the left. I think that's probably where we may start culling them out for the projects that we're going to take on during this series. Now, I wonder if I can just drop. I'd love to drop these off just in this shed here, because it's nice and close to the sheep. Not too far for the cows. It's undercover. Let me see how I'm going to go reversing up with this. It's not too bad. I'll just straighten up a bit. There we go. Alright, so what are the controls to unload? So in forward, I'm ready to drive forward as I need to. Just let it lower itself down. There we go, and away we go. So just push them off. And that should be fine there. That's perfect. Quite happy with that. So I'm going to head around here. It's going to start loading up the straw bales. I'll do a quick load of straw bales, and then I'm going to grab the baler, finish off the baling we need to do, load everything up, and then I will bring you back in once we get most of this done, and we're over at the castle looking at what we need to do there, and we'll make a bit of a plan of attack, what we're going to do. Happy to get another loan, like extend our loan out. I think that'll be the way to go, because we're definitely going to make plenty of money back from that. It looks like these are the small bales too. I thought we made big bales in these fields, so there's going to be quite a few of these, unfortunately. But anyway, what we'll do is I'm going to jump out here do a time lapse, bring you back in once we get through some of this. So I will see you soon.
Red dirt rising on the western wind, sun burning holes where the shade has been. Cattle moving like a river of brown, we're pushing hard till the day runs down. Saddle leather cracked in the horse's nose, every fence line, every creek that flows. Radio crackling with the weather call, but the sky tells the story best of all. When the work is done, when the last gate swings, there's a bottle waiting, cool as mountain springs. We've earned this moment, earned this sweet release. Frost on the glass and the days at peace. My father worked this land, his father too, taught us everything the dry earth knew. How to read the seasons, when to move the herd, how to find salvation without a word. When the work is done, when the last gate swings, there's a bottle waiting, cool as mountain springs. We've earned this moment, earned this sweet release. Frost on the glass and the days at peace.
Welcome back, here we go. So we've got through quite a bit of this field for baling. There's still a little bit to go, but yeah, definitely those smaller bales that we should have been making 180 centimeter ones from the start have really affected how much we can get on the trailer. I'm making 180 centimeter ones now, but I really think that like being September, I don't think there's much point in offloading them to pick them back up in another couple of months. So what we're going to do is, once I finish this bale, just literally going to find where we can sell straw. I'm just going to take that entire load, we'll get rid of it completely. Then we'll come back and we'll pick up the we'll probably keep the bigger bales because that should be less than a load. But yeah, I don't see any point in keeping the small ones. They're not, like, it's just going to be too much of a pain to pick them back up again just for the sake of a few dollars, because it's not going to be a huge amount of money from straw. Let's have a look on the map to see where we can sell. Well, the sell point would be this one. So straw. So yeah, it's like not a huge difference. Railroad, logistics center east, feed and grain south. Any of these would be fine. Let's just go here. Look on the map where that is. I've no idea. See if we can see the flashing symbol. Oh yeah, it's just here. So if we go, oh yeah, back out the field and down and then turn left, follow that round, we should be able to get there. So let's go and do that. Like I said, you know, it's $100 per 1,000 liters. So it's going to be maybe a few $1,000s here, but it's not going to be a huge amount. There's just a little bonus for when you do the cereal crop. That's literally all it is. And if we're having, like, doing dairy cows or something like that, it's probably worth keeping it maybe for doing your TMR and different things like that, bedding and the like, whatever you need. But given that we've got the beef Highland cattle, we just need to feed them grass. They're in an outdoor enclosure. There's no bedding required, so we're just going to get rid of it. So let's go up this way. I haven't been this way before. Getting into the forest, which is really nice. I have to make sure I try and stay on the right side of the road, which again is the left. Another nice field up here. Oh wow, look at that clock, that church tower. Steeple, if you will. That's really nice as well. Try not to run the mini off the road, but that wouldn't be very good. Try not to destroy that person's hedge. Here we are. It's not too far to go, actually, which is really good. And this is obviously the other end of town. So that's really good to know. There's another exit, entry to the town. So I'm assuming that where that marker is exactly where we need to be. Let's see if we can get this offloaded here. Hopefully this is the right place. Excellent. Yep, they're going. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of money in them, but again, like, it wouldn't be worth the cost to rehire this or keep this trailer on for, you know, another few months. Like, yeah, that's the way I think anyway. I reckon we should just probably bring all the bales over today, or while we have this trailer. And there's no point to keeping any at this point. We're going to be doing other crops that will have straw. Yeah, so there's no need. So I'm going to head back over. We'll pick up another lot of the smaller ones. We'll pick up all the remaining small ones, and I'll head back over here, and I'll bring you back in when we are just about to sell them. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back. There was only three of the small ones, so yeah, this is not going to be very much at all, but it's still something. There's still a little bit of cash, 1700. So, I mean, almost 18, if you will. But yeah, hardly worth the time to bring them on up over, but I wanted to get them out of the field, get them out of the paddock, so they're not causing any issues when we go to prepare the field for the next crop. On the way over here again, I actually saw these ruins up here. I thought we might have a quick look at them on the way back. So I'm just going to pull over here. I don't want to get too close. Let's have a look. Look, I really love all the buildings and the detail that Giants have put into this map. With these, this is some sort of like stone mound, like a Stonehenge sort of thing. Wow, look at that. Oh, they probably have collectibles too. Have a look. Does it say? Yes, excellent. So there are collectibles. So it looks like a journal entry. So the 10th entry. So there's 12 chapters. I'm assuming that we'll be able to revisit this again. So I prefer to start with the first entry. So be another goal is to try and find all of them. But yeah, with the amount of detail, I'm not usually very good at finding the collectibles. That's definitely one thing I'm not good at. That was just pure luck that happened. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to do some more exploring as we're moving around the map. And speaking of exploring, what I want to do is we'll take this back to the field, and then we'll teleport over to the castle. Yes, yeah, teleport. We're going to teleport in this game, in this playthrough, because yeah, it's built into the game, and I'm not a big fan of teleporting. Realistically, I do like to try and jump out of the tractors and move around the map as realistically as possible. But for a let's play, exploring a map, it's fine. I'm happy with that. I think that there are some mods out there to stop the teleporting, and I may look at doing that in future series, so there's no choice to do that. But yeah, for now, it's fine. Let's have a look at the map and we'll find where we need to go. So castle is this one. Yep, that's it. Visit. So, oh wow, it is like, I don't know, there's literally hardly anything left. Is it even worth them repairing it? I don't understand. Obviously someone wants to. They're looking to buy stuff from us to to fix it up again. Let's have a look. It's a nice view from up here. So there's the fuel station. There's the river where we've been catching our fish. It looks like there's a biogas plant there, must be. The viaduct, and then over in that direction must be where our fields and stuff are. Not 100% sure. Yeah, it must be. So let's have a look at what they're needing. Where's the drop off? So over here. Oh, okay. So it's literally there. So they need wood beams and long planks, 2,000 of each. And I like that there's a progress bar. So obviously, once it's completed with 2,000 wood beams and 2,000 planks, that'll move on to 1, and then all its way through. Because I do know that the other ones, such as the Hutan Pantai one, you needed thousands and thousands of liters of wooden planks and beams, and there was no way to really tell how you were going. So now we know we need that. Let's have a look if there's a sawmill on the map, which I'm assuming there is. So this would be that biogas plant, yeah, that we looked at. That's a vegetable processing plant. A quarry. Oh, okay. Let's just jump down and see what this is all about. So looks like there's a place where you can dump stones from when you've been field picking. Looks like there must be an input for some sort of liquid, whether that be water or diesel. And I'm sure you can buy it. So 235,000. So that's handy to know. I'm sure that we're going to probably need that for the castle. That'll be something we're going to look at getting. So what's this one? So there's a spinnery, a stonemason. Let's have a look at that one. So again, this is something we're going to need to buy. Let's see how much it's going to cost. So 350,000. So yeah, this is going to be quite an expensive adventure, but this is where you must be getting your products out. This must be maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. So we'll have to look into that in more detail. Look at the little car. Look at the little 3-wheeler car. It's gone down pit, yes. And then someone's been around with the graffiti. Obviously they're a farming simulator fan as well. And then we've just got some just generic Giants advertising. Moving on. So we've looked at these ones down here. What's the next one? Ah, here we go. This is what we're looking for. So Sawmill. Let's have a look to see where it is in relation to our farm. So we're there. So it's going to take a little bit of a drive to get here, but then it is on the way sort of to the castle. And it looks like, so is there anything else? So what's this one? So that's carpentry, bakery. Ah, fish food factory. So that's really good to know there's a fish food factory on the map. And that is a tailor shop. So yeah, there's only the one. So let's visit it and we'll see how much it costs and we'll get a loan because I want to get some timber over here today. So that's to sell. So we drop off, I think. Is there a... That's probably where I was. There, yep. Let's have a look to see how much this is. 300,000. So we're going to need more money. In the finances, I believe. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how much, what the maximum loan is. Well, let's just see if we can get up to at least 300,000 so we can get this. We're going to need some money for our flatbed as well. So I think we just keep pushing it. Let's go a $700,000 loan. Actually, let's make it 750. Why not? So that's nearly 400,000. So we're going to have 100,000 or thereabouts left to get set up with this. So 300,000. Perfect. So it's ours. While we're looking at that, we might as well look at the transport, what we're going to use. So we could get something in this category, like a timber trailer, 38,500. Extension 2 by 3 meters. Oh, I see. So that's, I think that 2 by 3 meters will be fine. We'll set up spare wheel. I think that we don't really need to change any of that. Yeah, why not? Because I think this will be the best. We can tow it with our tractor. We can load the logs on. Like, literally going to be using super strength to load these logs on. So we're just going to process them, cut them down to whatever length we need, probably like 12, so maybe 8 meters, something like that. Load them on. We're going to get a heap on this. So let's just buy. We're going to be using this quite a bit, so it's worth getting. And the other thing we obviously need is one of these, chainsaw. They're all pretty well the same. I like the Steel. Steel's my favorite brand for these sorts of things. So we're all good. So let's go and find this tractor. I'm just gonna drop this off. We're gonna go straight down to the store and pick up our new trailer. So what we'll do is I'll go down and grab that, and I will bring you back in once we are up in the forest and we're about to start cutting some trees down. So I will see you very soon. Welcome back. I'm just checking out the map to see where we own, and like, we own quite a substantial amount of land here. So pretty much all this on this side here, not sure exactly how far, but all these trees here, probably about halfway down. Let's see if, maybe just guess here. Not even. So we almost own to field number 2. So we've got like an absolute stack of trees. This is going to be great. We even own those trees all in this area here too, in front of us. Like, we are not short of a tree. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to, I'm not going fishing at the moment. We've got to get a pocket chainsaw out. And well, I'm just going to start felling some of these trees. So there's no reason why not. We can't just start here on the track and work our way back. Or again, would it be better to start up at the back of our plot and work our way forward, so we're leaving some of the ones along the track, keep that atmosphere. I'm assuming that the map ends pretty much just here somewhere. Like, I reckon we're going to run into the map border there. So we own pretty much all these trees in here. I think I'm going to start, I think we need a track in, so that's where the tractor is now. I think we just clear a few of these trees so we can have a nice clear track in, and then we can come in and remove trees from the boundary back towards the farmland. So let us just start with this tree, spruce tree, and we'll cut it. Takes a little while to cut with a chainsaw, but it gets through it all right. There we go, almost done. And of course it's caught in another tree. We have to take a few trees down to have somewhere for them to clearly be felled to. See if we can fall this one in between those two. So this is a beech tree. Looks like it's a bit softer, easy to cut through. Let's hopefully it falls. Okay, so next one. I'm going to end up cutting all the forest down just to get one on the ground. Just want to see where if I can, there's a clear spot to fall. I think we'll try and fall this way. If I can get in close enough. That's a pine tree. So we've had 3 different types of trees so far. Excellent. Look at that. So we have to process these, which I'm going to start doing now. It probably won't work very well as a time-lapse because there's going to be a lot of back and forth. Might make people a bit sick. So I'm just going to clear all the branches off, process them up, get the first load on. and then we'll come back in when we're about ready to head over to the sawmill. So I will see you soon. Welcome back. Oh, look at the detail here. Look at the little mushrooms, little toadstools, just from this tree we've cut down. And yeah, I've got a couple of trees on here. Wow, look at that. It's a big load. This is what I want to do. Like, it's quite a ways to go to the sawmill. I want to be able to load it up like this. What I have learned is there's a couple of good trees to cut down. So beech, not so much. There's a lot of branches on that. It just, yeah, might have a lot of wood in it, but for now I'm just going to avoid them. There's these ones, which are the spruce. They're really good, and I think there's a pine. It seems like there's quite a few of these beech trees, so yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do with them. But yeah, they're not the easiest for processing. Then there's a pine. So I'm just going to focus on the pine and the other one. For now, we're just going to leave the beech trees in place. And if that's all that's left, we might end up just, you know, cutting them down and cutting the tops off and just chipping them up. Because, yeah, I don't think... they take up so much room on the trailer. They're hard to process. They're just, yeah, not the best. So now what we have to do is we have to get out of here and find our way to the sawmill. So I'm sure it's this way. Probably be alright to go through the yard, I reckon. And then we'll start heading down that way and we'll have a look at the route as we go. I think there's a way out through this end. So obviously we've gone up to the grass field quite a bit, but this track goes along, and I'm assuming this comes out on the roadside. So it looks like it does. So I think we might as well just time-lapse the trip over there. Bring you along for the ride, and we'll see. I'll see you over there. Hopefully I don't get too lost. So see you soon. Here we are. So let's go and see how much this wood makes up in the sawmill. Hopefully quite a bit. I feel as though it could be stacked a lot better, especially if it's this sort. These straighter timbers that we can clean up a lot better, rather than this spruce that just looks like this. It's just a mess. Absolute mess. There we go. So that's 21,500 litres. So let's go and have a look and see what we need to get started. So we need long planks. We can activate them, and we need wood beams. So activate them. So 21,500 is probably not going to last very long, but that's all we're going to do for today. We've got the carpentry, or sorry, the sawmill underway. Delivered some logs to it. We've tidied up some of our bales and everything from over that farm. You know what? I think that's going to do us. I think we've done a pretty good job today. Thank you very much for your time. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to you following and continuing to follow me along this Let's Play journey. Remember to keep your boots dirty and your bites clean, and I'll catch you next time on DirtByte.